Hello, hello, and good evening. I am Dr. Marcia, and I am your Master Destiny Life Coach. And welcome to Up, Sis Up. This is Women's Empowerment Radio. It is where we help you to rise up. It's where we help you to speak up. And this is where we help you to boss up. And so tonight on Up Sis Up, what we are talking about now, the theme is saying yes to more in 2024. And we are talking about confidence tonight. We're talking about confidence tonight. And if you need a little bit of confidence, I want you to tune in tonight. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and tag somebody in. And if you're listening to this maybe on a replay, go ahead and click like, share, hearts, all of the things. And when we're saying yes to more, what if we had more confidence? What would you do with more confidence? And as I think about it, no matter where we are, there's always room for higher, for greater, for more confidence. And so without further ado, I want to bring on my special guest tonight, all the way from the United Kingdom, from the UK. All right, so this is an international radio experience, and it's someone who I've met maybe a year or so ago, and I want to introduce her, and then I'm going to bring her to the stage, okay? So her name is Dr. Parul Begum, and she is a highly sought after international keynote speaker. She is an award-winning life and leadership coach and a best-selling author and a safeguarding trainer. Dr. Parul, she is one of the most compelling and compassionate and captivating voices in motivational speaking today. She empowers people worldwide with her message that anyone can come back from a setback. Okay, can you say anyone? All right, they can come back from a setback, from obstacles, from challenges, and never have to be limited by past experiences or current circumstances. Audiences are so inspired by her personal story as an overcomer of adversities that they eagerly adopt her transformational principles by achieving dreams and attaining success. She has delivered keynote presentations, speeches all over, and she has a doctorate in life and leadership. And I can't wait to get into more detail about that. But above all, she is a pioneer for women's and children's rights and has been in advocacy for over 20 years. And so Dr. Parul, she champions the success of women and young girls who desire to build a sustainable life after harassment or abuse. And so without further ado, Dr. Parul, welcome to Up Sis Up. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Marcia, and thank you for inviting me to the show. Fantastic. It's 1 a.m. in London, but I'm all awake. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, so again, I said we are broadcasting directly from the United Kingdom, from London. And can you tell us what time it is there?
It's 5 past 1 a.m.
1 a.m. And I want
Yes.
to thank you for jumping in and agreeing to do this live broadcast. And radio is great. You know, live radio, live TV is great because you get there is no dress rehearsal. There's no second takes. This is just where we are and what we're doing right now. Okay?
Okay.
so
Yes.
I read through your bio, and one of the things that I know there's a place of alignment for us, which is I know that you're a life and a leadership coach. And so what I say is that I help women to boss up both in life and in leadership. So I want to ask you, how do you merge the two? How does life and leadership show up for you?
For me, is life, there's lots going on. Leadership is you have to lead your life to the next level because if you don't, nobody else would do. Life is, we all have different experiences, But my question to everyone is, do you want to stay on the life that you had before, or do you want to move on with your life? Because we only have one life. So I match life in, like match it together, life and leadership, because it's all about leading our life.
Yes, leading our life, because we can't. If we're not leading our life, we can't get to leadership. We can't lead other people if you haven't figured that out. And so I want to let's take it one step further. What do you think is the biggest hurdle in, and I know you speak primarily to women, what do you think is the thing that prevents women from leading both in leadership and in their own life?
I think women's been wherever background you come from, whether you come from east or west or whatever religion ethnicity you are, women, there's an expectation from generation. The women lead in the house, and women's also work outside. But sometimes the expectation brings women down because they think about everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
They always put themselves in the bottom, so the kids, the husband or the partner, the in-laws, the entire family. So women's in terms of rising up is always at lowest level most of the time, or most of the women, and it takes 10 times more harder for a woman to rise up because of gender bias, for example, societal barriers, the expectation. Also gender bias include career women. If you're working in a corporate sector, if a woman go and have a baby, next time they come, their career movement stays because they are, I mean, it happened to me. I went to maternity leave after having my second child. When I had my second child, went back to work, my colleague was promoted and my job was wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in a senior management level. And that was biggest learning experience for me. When you work hard, you work your way up, and then you lose the opportunity because you decided to have a child.
Mm-hmm.
And that is very common. I've seen banking sector, a lot of sectors. So I think women's confidence goes down, and also because women always care about others. We've seen women are multitasker. We've seen women bring life to the world. But because of caring responsibility, because of women's go a heart and soul that they think of others before them, sometimes that is not appreciated, and that's why women stay
Yeah, yeah,
lower than men who goes up quickly in the ladder.
yeah. And I'm going to go back to what you said about you went on maternity leave, and when you came back, your job was eliminated, and the gentleman was promoted. So I remember doing a what did I call it? I called it the state of the girl boss. And what I learned doing that is that when, because of the the gender disparity, what happens is we take a double hit, and it's something that
Yeah,
you just mentioned, right? So once you come out for maternity leave, your advancement stops. So by nature, the men in the system or men at the job are going to get additional training and opportunities that you don't have. So even if you came back and at your same job level, there was already going to be a disparity. But on top of that, your job got eliminated. So now you're coming in, either you have to get a new job someplace else or you get demoted. And so now it makes that gender wage gap even bigger.
absolutely, absolutely. Talking about wage gap, can I just say something?
Absolutely.
Yes, I was doing a talk yesterday actually in an international platform in India. I was doing some research in Europe. I was looked at Europe. Out of all these states, was only six country was doing same pay.
Wow.
So yeah, and still, women's. I mean, even UK don't have the same pay. You could be doing same job, but you don't get same pay. Women's always get less pay despite of doing same job. So even though we live in 21st century, Western country, women, Eastern, whether you live in Eastern country, Western country, women is still discriminated. And
Hmm.
that's my view is why women is still discriminated.
Yeah, so I don't know if you have some insight on this, but in my me being the world, and knowing about this. When you have, we say same job, different pay, right? It isn't like there is a checkbox that says male, female, and there's a different pay wage connected to it. I think it's a little bit more, I'm gonna say hidden or more
Yes,
convoluted.
absolutely.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
a different level of training, or maybe there's something like a degree, or maybe it is years of experience. Because keep in mind, once you go out for maternity leave once or twice, or maybe three times, you may have come in with that gentleman, but by definition, now you are at a disadvantage because now the number of years don't add up. So, can you speak to that?
Yes, two things I think you mentioned is one is yes, there is no tick box, and when you're doing same job, I am a radio broadcaster, BBC journalist. Female get less pay than male. That's very common. I've seen in UK, and we've seen even cases going into court. One person, one woman, actually took a case to court, and she won. So that's amazing, a color domain, because BBC is always labeled in UK as a white BBC. So yes, it's true, it's in everywhere in research. But yeah, so she took, because she was doing the same anchoring job as a male, and she won. Sorry, talking about the second point, you talked about the gap, because women go into maternity leave, they miss the timing, but it's also the, I mean, when I was doing my master's, one of the research I done why there is less BME in the top level of management or CEO. But it was not just, I didn't just research on BME. I also found on gender, regardless of what color you are, women not encouraged to get promoted, to apply for jobs, and a lot of decision in the top level happen in the bar. So after work, where women mostly go home
Go home. Uh-huh.
to their family, where men will go to pub, most of the decision take place at the pub,
Mm-hmm.
not at the board table, but where they meet socially. And that's another thing. I mean, it took me years to get to senior management level, because I was not speaking the language. One, I was a female. Second one, I was a colored woman. So I had to get coached myself for 6 months before I could apply for the senior management level. And I got through it. After
Mm-hmm.
several years of attempt, I got through it. And then after a year, I lost it because we went into maternity leave. Yeah,
Ah.
so it is hidden discrimination that you can't see, and is everywhere, every countries. There is a hidden male-dominated world. The things get done without saying. I mean, we looked at it yesterday. I was looking at the figure of CEO, actually last year figure. In top 100 company in FTSE in UK is only seven women in CEO, and I think Fortune 500 it had 53 CEOs. So I think last year the figure went up by 10%.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen a lot of women working on top level, but why they are not promoted CEO level is because there is a hidden discrimination.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter how open men are, there is not many men support women to go to the next level. And in order to go next level, we want all the men to come forward and work like a brother and sister humanity, really. Men and women, we can work together to rise up. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have to be one person who is less than the other person.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen women can multitask. How many men can multitask?
I love that because by definition, that's one of the definitions between men and women. Women, we can, it's the spaghetti. I'm not sure if you heard that we think in spaghetti and men think in boxes, and yeah, that's a multitasking machine that the woman is. Yeah. So I love that. So thank you for sharing that. And so if you could share, I know you said we need men to support women moving up, but do you see any other pathways, or what are your thoughts?
Well, two things. I think women need to think and feel that they can do it. that nobody can stop them from achieving their dream. I mean, I've written a story on one of the book I co-author called The Power of My Dream. To all the women who are listening, and I think one of the things is we need to be strong inside. And when you are strong inside, what going on outside world does not break you. Because you are so strong inside, you don't take notice of what's going on. There will be barriers, there will be challenges, but you find it easy to go through those challenges because you build yourself up. And it's important for us to build ourselves up because we have to look after ourselves. And we are the producer. We produce children. We got biggest power. What we teaching our children? For me, it's really important as a parents. We teach our boys and girls the same. That nobody is bigger than anybody. I mean, I started teaching my kids when they were like 2, 3 year old that there is no barrier, and I don't follow on pink and blue. I march pink and blue together. I want one of the things I've seen Western world also, men, no, they don't wear pink. And women more pink and less. I don't believe on that. For me is we are multitasker, we are multicolor, we should be together.
Mm-hmm.
We should be together. There shouldn't be any discrepancies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. Thank you. So the thing you said one of the pathways through it is to get strong on the inside. Okay.
Yeah,
And that
yeah,
brings me to confidence.
yes.
And I'm going to throw the ball in your court. And I want you to tell me why confidence is such a big thing to you.
I'm going to take you back a bit. When I was young, I didn't born in UK. I came to UK when I was a teenager. I was born in Bangladesh. I was a quiet child, just bookworm, reading, studying school, but when I went to high school, age of 11, I lost a lot of my girlfriends because parents could not afford two children's education, so they choose their son instead of their daughter to go to high school because the villages, our high school that time, there was not government high school, it was all private. So parents had to pay. So those parents who could pay, they sent their daughters and their son. Those parents who couldn't afford, they kept their daughter home doing household chores. That really broken my heart that time. I just thought, I lost more than half of my friends that I studied in primary school. Coming back to the UK, and that time there was a growing Asian community in the UK, migrant community. I've seen lots of forced marriages happening for economic reasons. So Indian, Bangladeshi, Pakistani, especially Bangladeshi and Pakistani, they're taking their daughters to Bangladesh, get them married off to their cousin, and bring them here in the UK, and then they can get a job. So marriage was happening for a job. People get a good job, and that really hindered me. So I started to campaign from teenager, going to radio show, talking on local newspaper, writing on local newspaper about forced marriages, and domestic violence went up because of the forced marriages. Sometimes girls were half of the boys' age, and they had a huge problem because of understanding. Because girls brought up here, boys brought up over the in Asia, the understanding, the cultural difference is huge. Marriage was breaking down. So I started to rise up,
Mm-hmm.
I started to talk. So I was part of the campaign group. The result is a legislation change in the UK, and Baron Scotland brought the forced marriage legislation. That time I was just a teenager, but I was so pleased that I was part of the campaign group, part of the safeguarding group that time the legislation brought in.
Mm-hmm.
And I continue to work. So alongside my school and my college, I volunteer in a community center. I wanted two girls to rise up and give them the confidence so they can talk to their parents to go to school, go to college, go to university. Now I mean, it's not long ago, I'm talking about 90s. I was, out of 75 students in my accounting group, I was the only Bengali girl. Only Bengali girl. Lots of ladies and aunties in my stage, they go, why she's going to university? Why her dad not marrying her off? But my dad had a different dream. He was like, no, my grandfather has given, no, she's still doing her honors. Now, so that kind of bring me to that. I was quite shy girl even when I was in university because I just wanted to focus on study. But then suddenly I lost my dad, and that while I was in university, and that gave me a whole lot of new experience because I had to be stronger. I had to change completely to become my dad in the house because
Mm,
my mom is disabled and she can't do anything. I had to look after my siblings, which three of them were at primary school.
wow.
Yeah, so that's kind of my life journey a bit, and then coming back to my working life, I was the youngest manager in the group. I was bullied and multi-bullied by people who thought I was too young. I was a girl and I'm a colored girl. Why I'm managing people double age than me and men. I was bullied start from a male staff member that I was managing. He couldn't take it. So, but you know what? I didn't stop. I didn't even realize I was bullied. When they said, oh, I haven't got this, I went to keep learning. So I was a trainee. I was non-stop training. Only 2 years later, my new boss came in and she said, Parul, you've been bullied for 2 years. I said, no, no. He said, I don't have that. So I keep learning. And my old boss keeps saying, Parul, you got nothing wrong with you. You know everything. But he didn't look, he didn't realize I was bullied. But yeah, that doesn't stop me. So I rised up. I went up because I had a dream that I'm going to go up and go up. Now, during COVID, I just before COVID, I decided to leave my job because I lost the job year before. Then I went to a new job. But that time I trained up as a coach. Then during COVID, I lost my coaching contract, so consultancy contract. And then I had an influx of referral from my friends, from my ex-colleagues, to work with women who are going through domestic violence. They say, Parul, you work on the field. You got years of experience. Can you help? So I start helping, volunteer helping. I was doing money advice. I was doing childcare advice. I was doing law advice. I was not a lawyer. I was doing homelessness advice, the whole lot. So after doing that for a year, I just thought this woman is not moving forward. What I'm doing, and I'm not getting paid either, and they're not they're agreeing, but they're not following up. And that's the time I had to review the whole strategy, whole business, and that's the time I found my academy called Boost Your Confidence Academy. And the reason I found the academy is when I worked with these women, what I realized is two things they were lacking. One is lack of self-confidence. Second thing is lack of financial support. And I promised myself that I want to change the world. I want women from all over the world to learn to become economically independent. And that's my vision. That's what I want to do. And that's why I focus on confidence because when someone have whether man or woman, when someone has confidence, they can do anything
Anything,
they
yeah.
want in this world. There's nothing can stop them. And I'm a prime example of that because I wanted it and I got it. And I'm going to keep going up. I'm not going to stop.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And one, I'm sorry to hear about your experience at your job. To be multi. You called it multi bullied.
Group bullied. You can say
Bullied,
group
yeah.
bullied.
I think we all have had some type of experience, but it sounds like you were able, one, because your dad, right? You had the foundation, and when you lost him, that just made you have to now, dig your heels in and be him for you as well. But you came away knowing that women needed self confidence and they also needed financial support. And so I want to talk. I want to come back to talk about confidence, but I want to talk about it in a different way. I know that you are putting on something amazing this coming weekend. And can you tell us what that is?
Yes, thank you for asking. Yes, this is my dream that I always wanted during COVID. That's the time I was talking to a lot of women. I was doing lots of masterclass, but my dream was to bring women together from different parts of the world, which is happening. So 27th of January, Saturday in London, Central London, I'm bringing an event together. I have is especially for female speakers and female audience. So this whole show is all about female. It's called Inspire Her Confidence Summit. I have speakers coming from the state, USA, Europe, UK, and some people wanted to join via Zoom from India as well. So I've got people coming from different countries. Now the aim of the summit is one is to bring a speaker together, give them the platform. So I have speakers very experienced, but also aspiring speaker who is looking for a platform to rise, to shine. So I had to take them through a speaker training to so they can come and speak at the stage and network with everyone else. But I also have audience who wants to learn from those speakers who's been through life challenging experiences. Now the speaker I have, they're from different things. They're bringing different things from finance to law to personal development from different angles. So it's a whole range of speakers coming up, and for me is my first step towards doing something for women. And I've got people signed up to watch via Zoom from all over the world. So audience are allowed to join from anywhere. Anybody can join, but speaker had to be present because that's what I promised. There is going to be a speaker had to be in person. Mm-hmm. But audience can also, so that so I've got people from India, Australia, Canada, USA, UK, Europe joining by Zoom because they want to see. They want to see. Yeah, so this is my first live, and I'm really looking forward to the experience. And there'll be more coming. I've got a whole lot of plan. There will be men mixed one as well, so I'm not excluding. I don't want to exclude anyone. And I've worked with boys. I mean, one of the things I haven't mentioned, Dr. Marcia, I'm a teen coach as well. Because I worked in social care, social services, I work with families, I work with teenagers a lot. So I do some volunteer work in schools. I coach teenagers online. So, and I've seen the confidence level is not just the girls, boys also lack self-confidence. Especially the image is one of the biggest issue for boys because they want to look good. They want to feel good in front of girls. So there's a huge issue with teenagers, our teenage boys, like on confidence level. So I'm going to be doing a mixed event as well. So there is an opportunity for men and women as well. It's a platform for everyone to come together, as well as my specialism, my coaching program for women. But there will be one for men as well. So very excited, and love to see you next time in London.
Absolutely. Next time I'm coming, okay? But I know right now we're 4 days away. 4 days
Yes,
away.
absolutely.
And it is the hustle and the bustle. And I know some of the speakers are coming. I know some are coming from the US. Some are coming, I think, from, tell me where they're coming from.
Yeah, so US, Europe, so different parts of Europe. Uh-huh. So I've got Swedish, I've got Sweden, I've got Canary Island, yeah, different places of Europe,
gotcha.
As well as UK.
Got you. Can you name a few of the speakers that are going to be traveling?
Sure. I mean, I only have two male speakers, special one, and that's Sean Fair and Pastor Anthony Shannon. Mm-hmm. They are my keynote speaker. They are a special speaker. They got the expertise and they can bring life to the event. Mm-hmm. So they're coming as a two male speaker. Rest are female. So I have a speaker, someone expert on finance. So she'll be talking all about money, like Deborah Jones coming from the USA. She's talking about money. I've got someone like my event photographer, Belinda. She was in corporate life, but she became a photographer, and there was lots of challenges. She'll be talking about life challenge to a businesswoman. Mm-hmm. As a mother. Mm-hmm. So then I have someone talking about life after 65. Ooh. She's 72-year-old. Oh, she started her life after 65. She spent 40 years in corporate world. But I never seen someone so happy and so energetic, double than me. She's much older than my mom. And I said, Inga Nordin, she's just an amazing woman. She talked about life after 65. She said life starts at 65 when you retire from your job, and that's the time you can concentrate on life. All right. She's written several books, so she's all about like anybody coming who think like, oh, after retirement there's nothing to do and you just watch TV, go on holiday. No, she said this is my life. Mm-hmm. This is what I want to do, not working for somebody else, but this is what I create things. So she create things now. Then I have a dance instructor. She's actually a university lecturer in business and finance, but she is a Bollywood dance director. Because of her personal journey going through cancer, she changed her lifestyle. So she's focused more on dance and physical health than her university lecturer. And we're going to have dance workshop. So people who don't know how to dance, I mean, I'm Asian, I even don't know how to dance Bollywood. She's going to be teaching us. She's going to be teaching us Bollywood dancing.
Bollywood. Okay, okay.
Yeah, and
I
I have one coming as a singer. She's a young girl. She's a model, young singer. Is only 17-year-old college leaver.
really.
She is her voice is just beautiful. So she'll be singing. So I've got entertainment, and I have speakers. Dr. Teresa Mosley coming from the state. She is whole lot. She's a peace ambassador. She's got whole lot of. She's a U.S. veteran. Lots of experience, lots of life experiences. She's bringing in. I've got somebody talking about time efficiency in businesses, and another person talking about how to prepare for crisis in life, crisis in business. And it's very powerful when I heard this story. Someone talking about coming from war zone. Elena talked about fleeing Ukraine and how that affected her life from having a luxury life to become a refugee. So yeah, so it's a whole lot of speakers talking about their life experience, but also there is teaching. Someone talking about sales and marketing. So business owner who's coming to the event. So it's not just about life. I've got a group of speakers talking about business development as a woman. What the barriers, the challenges you could face, and how you can overcome them. The marketing strategy, the sales strategy. How can you use your emotion to increase sale? How can you focus on present to increase sales? So there is a number of topics, different topics, and I'm launching my book. They haven't talked about it, the event, or nobody knows. I'm just breaking the silence here.
Really? All
Nobody
right.
knows that I'm launching a
Oh
book.
yeah,
I've
right.
just finished off.
Nobody knows that still now.
Yeah, now
That's
I'm just breaking the silence.
all right.
Uh, uh,
Look for those that are listening. You are hearing late breaking news directly in the middle of the night from the United Kingdom, Central London. All right. So tell them again, Dr. Perot. Go ahead.
Yes, so me and my publisher, my friend Shara Louise Campbell, she owns a publishing company. Yes, we're launching a book called Centuries of Innocence. It's all about child protections. We focus on girls, the abuse, the girls been through. So the book is full of case studies, but also thought-provoking question and tips. A lot of tips for parents, lots of tips for carers. So it's based on true stories. Tara wrote her whole life story. I've written many case studies people that are known to me. So it's going to be emotional when people read, but it also gives is the book is not just focused on the UK or USA. Book focus on worldwide. The issues going on around the world about girls. And guess what? This book, we're not taking any money. Every single profit going to a charity which helps girls, they adopt girls' education, which helps girls to rise up, to study, to learn about child protection. So
Wow.
we're giving, so we're not taking any money. Any proceeds that we're going to generate going to this charity, which, and we focus on Asia and Africa where girls are oppressed, where forced marriages happen, child marriages happen, girls are raped very young age. They get married off or their grandfather age because of poverty, because of lack of education, and then so we want to give education to the local community and to girls. So they then they can go on, work and do whatever they want to do. So help them to build a life.
That's amazing.
And there is more projects coming like that,
Yeah.
which I'm not going to reveal now.
Yeah. No, we're wait till later. But is there a website or any link where when it's time
Yeah,
to
so
drop?
you will be, yeah, so I'm launching a link will be available. Next couple of days, I'm going to be promoting
Hmm.
for pre-order. The book
Okay.
will be available on the 27th of January, the day of my event.
Hmm.
I'll be launching the book. People can buy Kindle version or they can pre-order the hard copies. There will be, two lots of hard copies plus Kindle.
Got it.
And it will be available every country. People can do wherever you are, you can order it.
I love that. Can you share maybe your social media handle or your website so those can follow you so that when
Yeah,
it
sure.
drops, they can find you?
So my LinkedIn is Parul Begum. And you could see my company name is Boost Your Confidence Academy under Parul Begum. And my Insta is Boost Your Confidence Academy. And my Facebook page, my personal one is Parul Begum. My official page is Boost Your Confidence Academy.
Got it. So it's coming down 4 days away. You have an
Yeah.
awesome lineup of speakers. It's for women mainly. But I watched a video where you also put a call out for men to gift this summit to a female that they love.
Absolutely. So my call out was for, and they still can give a Zoom ticket. That if you're looking for Valentine's ticket, if you're looking for a birthday present for your mom, for your daughter, for your girlfriend, for your wife, for your niece, for your aunties, whoever, give her a gift
Yeah.
of a day to enjoy, to learn, to experience something different, something unique. So this is not just a conference; they just come and listen. This is a summit where they will do experimental stuff. I've got meditations, I've got visualization that I'll be doing, workshops on money, workshop on different things, but also listening to singing and dancing.
Mm-hmm.
In the afternoon, we will have a lot of entertainment. We also go photographer whoever want to do extra photos, they will have opportunity to get really discounted photograph done. So any man listening, if you want to gift your loved one, gift her something, and Zoom ticket at the moment, I slashed it for 40% for next 3 days.
Ooh, did y'all
So
hear that? 40% off
yeah,
for the next three
yeah,
days.
40%. It's only 27 pound
Okay.
Zoom link, and they can watch from anywhere, from their bedroom to anywhere from the world. It's
Awesome.
going to be live broadcast on Zoom to those who wants to watch it. Because I had to close the in-person one because for catering purpose and hotel need to know the number. But Zoom is still available. They can buy until Thursday. I want to close off on Thursday, so Friday I can focus on my conference.
Got you. And so you can be found on LinkedIn as well as Instagram, Boost Your
Yeah.
Confidence Academy, as well as Parul Big. And how do you pronounce your last name? Can you say that for me?
Begum,
Begum.
Parul Begum.
Begum.
Yeah,
Okay, make sure I
yeah,
had it
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So as we transition, I want to speak a little bit more. Let's go a little bit deeper with confidence. Okay,
Yeah.
confidence is one of those words where we know what it means, or at least we think we know what it means. Can you just kind of share, in your own words, what is your definition of confidence?
For me, as my personal word is all about building up the self-esteem, because the confidence come from your self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
When you feel that you can do things on your based on your abilities, that you don't have to rely on confidence come from your self-esteem, your abilities. That you are able to do things before without relying on somebody. Your confidence that you can do it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that's self-esteem because lots of things you can do, but because you don't have the self-esteem, you can't do it because just you doubt yourself.
Doubt. Mm-hmm.
So if you don't, if when you stop self-doubt, your self-esteem increases and your confidence is boost.
Yeah.
So that's my definition of is interlinked, and it's also come from because we come from different background. Our upbringing was different, but I say to everyone, does not matter what upbringing you had, you can change your belief and your values.
Yeah.
And it's all come from your belief and values, but it doesn't have to be your belief and values how you grow up. I changed my belief and values. I evolved. So I take the good belief and values that serves me and that serve my people around me. And if your parents told them money is evil, No, money is not evil. You need money to live on. We hear things when we are young, they don't do this, these are bad. But when you want to grow, truly believe in what serves you, what works for you, what is the best, and what is your life purpose, why you are here. Bring your value to your life purpose. When you bring your values to your life purpose, and when you feel, that's why your confidence comes in, because you trust yourself, you trust your ability, and your self can, your self-esteem boost up and your confidence boost up. So I interlink from belief and values to self-esteem to the confidence.
Yeah. So where's the intersection? What's the limiting factor between us believing in others and us believing in ourselves?
I think we compare ourselves a lot, and women do that more. We are the most, human. They are more self-critical themselves than others, but women are more self-critical than men.
Mm-hmm.
Men want to compete. Men on the like, I am the best. We women have less ego. We find fault in ourselves more.
Mm.
We shouldn't look at the fault, and we must not compare with somebody else. There is no competition. We should focus on our abilities. We should focus on our strength and work on those strengths, and not focus on, oh, I'm not good at that. Okay. If you think you're not good at that, work on it. How are you going to improve yourself? Not believe in it, yes, I'm not good at that. Believe you are good at that and you're going to work on it.
Mm-hmm.
So focus on the strength, definitely.
Strength, yeah. I was at a retreat this weekend, and one of the speakers mentioned that she asked a question, and she says, what percent of our time do we spend on our strengths? And what it came out was that we spend about only 20% of our time focused on our strengths. So the converse is that we spend 80% of our time locked in and focused on our weaknesses. We talk about what
Absolutely.
we don't like,
Yeah.
what we don't have, what we wish we could get rid of, what we can't do. And you said comparison. We compare ourselves to what someone else can do, and we spin and spin and spin and spin and get to a place where now we are either self-sabotaging, or now we have I'm going to call it okay, the opposite of self-love, right? We love ourselves less, we like ourselves less. And how have you seen that show up in your coaching and in
Yeah.
your life?
Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest barrier for women when I do coaching is self criticism. One of the things I say, look, find when I ask someone to find 100 things good about themselves, after 10 things they stop. Say there's nothing. I say, go ask your family, ask your friend, ask your children, and then they come back. Oh, I got 50. I say you can make 100. Go and ask your colleagues. Go and ask your ex-colleague. Say something, what you were good at. Then they come back a few weeks later. Yes, I've got 100 pounds. I said, then that's what you need to focus on.
Yeah.
You are the best. You are not worse. You are the best. I mean, I talk to them about positive self talk, which helps me. Focus on positive self talk. Record yourself on the phone. All the positive things about yourself. Women, I think one of the thing is over the societal expectation make women feel that way, believe in that way. And we've seen media, we've seen, marketing company, businesses, how they portray women,
Mm-hmm.
women, all the, yeah, you have to have trendy clothes, trendy makeup. I just said to people, it's not outside. Yes, you want to look good, feel good, but feel good inside first. When you feel good inside, outside doesn't matter. Whether you're big or small, and I think one of the biggest issue is that people or women is like body size, body structure, color. There's a whole lot of issue, and women compare a lot. I want to look like this. I want to do that. Or Kim Kardashian is like that. People start comparing themselves with all the celebrities.
Right.
Celebrities. You don't know celebrities' real life. You only see them on the screen.
Right.
on the magazine, but you don't know their real life, what they had to go through. I was watching a TV show, Indian TV show. This woman, one of the biggest actress, she eat three almond at lunchtime. That's it. That's her lunch. She is super skinny. I said, I can't just live with three almond a day. No way.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that we must not compare ourselves to others, and focus on inside. And that's what I keep repeatedly saying. Focus on inside. Stop comparing and focus on your strength and build on positive self-talk. Because when you keep saying, I'm not good at that, I'm not good at that, you become because you keep talking about it. And focus, bring your future at present. Focus on present. If we look at each other, look at whether you can look at somebody for 1 minute. If somebody talking to you, are you really listening or you not? So is these are the question, like, are you listening? Are you focusing yourself, what you are good at, not what you are. And one of the biggest thing the women forget, and most of women are mothers. I know some, that you bring life to the world. What else? What other power you need? I said,
I
woman, what
love
other power you need?
what other power do you
You
need?
need you are the creator. Yes, God give us a life, but we bring a life out from ourselves.
Yes,
We
yes.
keep them inside for 9 months and we bring it out. A healthy child. What else you need? You have the superpower. You are the superwoman.
I
So
love it.
don't fall back on somebody said that or somebody like that or men said that. I said, forget about men. Yes, we need men or women, but forget about what others said. Whether men said it, women said it. And I know one of the biggest barrier, women actually criticize women more than men. That's another thing and I think there's lots of jealousy, lots of things going on. But also some societies, there's mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. And I'm talking about my own society, Asian society, mother-in-law dominates. So daughter-in-law always oppressed. And I said to myself, I'll never be, and all the young men never be like my mother-in-law. Because they grow up and they focus on how they've been brought up. I said, no, we have the power to change.
Change it.
I'm going to focus on good and we can change the way we want to change. A woman should be encouraging another woman, not oppressing another woman. A man, think about you come from a woman's womb. A woman given birth to you.
To you,
So
yeah,
why you discriminate a woman?
yeah. That's good.
Why all this hush hush in the pub and you make your own decision and you say, oh, she's gone home. Let's just, make our decision. We're going to do that. Why? Because she has family, because she cares that you're just making decision without her, but she sits in same board. So it's common sense. End of the day is all about humanity, all about common sense.
Common sense.
And leave the ego in one side. Whether you're man or woman, leave the ego in one side.
Yeah. There's some in the comments in the chat. Dr. Tammy, she says, so true. She says, come on now. Yes. Sounds good.
Absolutely.
Love this. And wow to your story. So you're bringing this important topic to the stage. You have, I think, at least 15 speakers coming, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're looking to bring empowerment, you're bringing insight, and you're bringing transformation not only to the UK, but to the neighboring, countries, and you have the Zoom available. So, how does someone, if they want to tune into your event, because now it was 40% off, how can they get a ticket to view the summit online?
Simple. They connect with me on LinkedIn, Parul Begum,
Mm-hmm.
Boost Your Confidence Academy in Insta, Boost Your Confidence Academy, Facebook. They can also message me on Parul Begum on Facebook. I've got two Facebook page, and I'll send them the link to register.
Mm-hmm.
They
Awesome.
can check, they can check our website as well. Website is www.byca.co.uk. BYCA mean Boost Your Confidence Academy. You can see on my screen. Yeah, kept it simple. So it's www.byca.co.uk, and they will see all the information about the event as well.
Got it. Boost your BYCA.
.co.uk.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
website. That's
Got
the
it.
website.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, what as we get ready to close, I want you to share with us. I'm going to say three I call them Dr. Parul isms, okay, that you want those that are listening to walk away with.
Okay. So I would, for my three thing would be, one is focus on yourself first. Put your mask first before you put to your child somebody else, because you are important. You need to live. You need to survive. You need to, in order to help others, you have to boost yourself up.
Yes.
So focus on yourself. Do something every single day, a positive habit that will help you to bring your dream into reality. Whether that's a goal, an action from your goal that you're going to focus on, whether that's a visualization. I did visualization for 6 months, then I found myself a speaker because I wanted to be a speaker. So focus on one single thing every day that will help you to reach your goal. Third thing is, when you try to do your own, it takes longer. Find someone who's done it. Be around successful people. People who's going to help you to grow, who want to see you grow, who want your success. And leave those who does not serve you. I know we can't choose our family, but we can limit the time we spend with our family who are negative. But we can choose our friend. I move away from my toxic friend. I move away from any toxic relationship in networking, colleagues. Just be around positive people. As Jim Rohn said, if you're around five people, good five people will be the sixth positive person. But if you hang around with five negative people, will be the sixth negative person. So always be around positive people and get help. Get a mentor who can help you to rise up quickly.
Yeah, so good, so good. So the final question is, so my theme for the Upsis Up show is for this year is say yes to more in 2024. So if you could just expound on that, maybe there's a bigger dream, bigger vision for you. What would that be?
My bigger dream is, as I mentioned, I want to work with women. I want to empower women, especially with confidence and financial empowerment. I mean, helping women to become economically independent, not giving a handout, but more education wise, so women can build. And I want to focus on more projects. So for me, is last year, 2022, I became best-selling author, and my dream was to help women around the world. Without me knowing it, I became a charity owner. I mean, the proceed of that book going to a charity which helps women in sub-Sahara desert of Africa to learn about how to become a business owner. And they teach through dance, through music, through drama, because these women don't have literacy, writing or reading, writing or reading skills. And I think when you have a dream, work on it, and you never know when your dream become reality. Because I want to be a speaker during, it's only during COVID that I've decided I want to be a public speaker. 6 months later, when it's opened up, because I visualized, I took action. 6 months later, I found myself wearing my red dress, wearing my blue jacket, with my microphone, front of a massive group of women and speaking. I only realized that when somebody recorded me on their phone, sent it to me, I thought, I dreamt of that for 6 months, and I found myself on that because I visualized every single day. And so for me, 2024 is going to be big because I want to go bigger. And I've got several book projects coming up. Some of my book projects are charity, is to education, educating girls overseas, especially where girls are improvised, and there's lack of access to education, lack of safeguarding information, to boost their confidence, as well as working locally where I'm based to help girls to move forward.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And Dr. Parul, thank you for being on the Up Sis Up show. I wish you much success on your event, the Inspire Her Confidence Summit that's coming up this weekend. For those that are wanting to be in the room, go ahead and get your virtual ticket. If you happen to be listening in the UK and you want to come to Central London, you can check out the Boost Your Confidence Academy website and get all of the details. So, with that, Dr. Pearl, thank you for burning the late night oil and being on Up Sis Up. And I will see you next time in London. All
Absolutely.
right,
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Marcia,
you're
for
so
this
very welcome.
opportunity.
All right, take care.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
And so there you have it. That was Dr. Parul Begum, all the way from the United Kingdom. And this has been another episode of Up Sis Up. We've been talking about Inspire Her to Confidence, the event that's coming to Central London this weekend. If you're in the area, go ahead and stop through. Actually, you do need a ticket, but you also can do the virtual ticket. Please pick that up. And I'll see you next week here on Up Sis Up, Women's Empowerment Radio. Hi, and welcome to the Girl Boss Life Academy. I am Dr. Marcia, and I am your Master Destiny Life Coach. And I specialize in helping women to discover who they are, to decide what they want, and then to deliver on their destiny. But what is a girl boss? And I believe every strong woman is powered by the girl boss inside, who is strong, who is tenacious, who is powerful, but who also needs to be encouraged, who also needs to be supported, and who also needs to be loved. And that's what we do here at the Girl Boss Life Academy. And so we help you to redefine who you are, help you to refocus on your goals, and also helps you to redirect your path so that you get to that destination. I remember when I needed that life coach, the decades upon decades of me not knowing the answers, me not feeling confident to make the decisions I needed to make. And so that is what we do here at Girl Boss Life Academy. I use my transformational coaching method to help you to boss up both in life and in a leadership. For those that are ready, go ahead and click and register to get my free gift to you. And you can also learn more about the coaching program. It's time to boss up both in life and in leadership.